Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Molly Hendrickson with the latest from Denver 7. Today is an emotional day for war heroes, many of whom were just in their teens when Allied forces stormed Normandy Beach 75 years ago today.
Incredible stories of sacrifice coming from today's ceremony. And Denver 7's Nicole Brady had the honor of speaking to World War II veterans who reflected on what this day means to them.
The Colorado Freedom Memorial is here to honor those who lost their lives in all wars, World War II, of course, among those. But we are so grateful to have those who survived and who are still with us today to share their stories. They still remember the horrors of battle. Veterans I spoke with, however, also felt it was a righteous war. Lauren Anderson fought in the Battle of the Bulge and remembers going into the concentration camps in Europe.
We saw the devastation of the wickedness of man in killing others.
I've often felt sort of guilty that I wasn't one of the bullet dodgers like these two guys were.
Don was a junior in high school on D-Day. He says he had some guilt, but also gratitude that he was able to come home after enlisting and go to college on the GI Bill and live a full life. Two of these veterans became missionaries after the war. We are so grateful to them for sharing their stories with us and, of course, grateful for their service. Today, we remember those veterans who stormed the beaches of Normandy, those who died and those who lived, and all those veterans of World War II who helped preserve our freedom. From the Colorado Freedom Memorial, I'm Nicole Brady.
Big changes could be coming to a 4-mile stretch of I-25 where traffic is the worst in Denver, but those big changes require a big plan.
Denver 7's Megan Lopez is along I-25 today, where the goal long-term is to relieve congestion.
So the problem with this stretch of I-25 is that there's just too many cars using it and too little road. In the mornings, in the evenings, when people are making their way to and from work, you can see that congestion that builds up, particularly where I'm standing near I-25 and 32nd Avenue. So here's the stretch of I-25 that CDOT is considering a project for. It's about a 4.5-mile stretch that runs from Alameda to 32nd Avenue. That stretch includes some pretty important exits for accessing downtown Denver, like 6th Avenue, Colfax, and Spear. The reason CDOT is looking to make some changes here is because of all of that congestion. This area actually has the highest average daily traffic in Colorado. Now, this is just a concept at this point, so no construction yet. There's a public meeting happening tonight at 5:30 at the Riverside Church in Denver if you want to weigh in. And if you cannot make that meeting, there's also a survey that you can fill out online to say what you want the future of I-25 near downtown Denver to look like. Along I-25, Megan Lopez, Denver 7.
Megan, thank you. With even more rain in the forecast today, we have a news alert to keep a close eye on your dog's health. Storms are leaving behind puddles full of bacteria and parasites. Dogs have a higher chance of catching lepto or giardia since they're outside more. Lepto is caused by bacteria, giardia by a parasite. Both are treatable, but we're sure your dog will not be too happy with either.
Katie LaSalle has a look at a nicer day ahead.
Yeah, we'll be seeing mostly sunny skies throughout the Denver area. We're off to a nice sunny, dry start across the state. Your weather headlines for this Thursday: temperatures slightly warmer than what we experienced yesterday, low 80s. Across the metro area, chance for a few storms, especially into the foothills, but fewer than what we've experienced the past few days. And then it's going to get even warmer as we head into tomorrow. So by 10 o'clock this morning, 70 degrees. We'll top out in the low 80s under a mainly sunny sky, increasing cloud coverage, and just a 10% chance of seeing a few scattered storms across the plains. Most of the moisture will stay off into the foothills, where we'll just see some isolated shower and storm activity with temperatures in the 60s and 70s up at higher elevations. And then for tomorrow, it's going to get even warmer across the state. 85 degrees are expected high on Friday. Better chance for some more moisture filtering in Saturday afternoon with a high of 80 in town. Cooler on Sunday, breezy as a cold front rolls through with temperatures in the upper 60s, upper 70s to start next week.
Katie, thank you. This morning, we're hoping to learn new information on the conditions of 3 oil and gas contractors hurt in a fire at a northern Colorado facility. This happened in northern Weld County near the Wyoming border. The men were working on a compressor when a flash fire happened. Right now, OSHA is investigating.
This morning, a Colorado couple is sharing their nightmarish vacation to the Dominican Republic. They stayed at that same resort where 3 Americans recently died after becoming sick. Kaylin Knoll says she and her boyfriend became so sick last summer they had to cut their vacation short. She says they noticed toxic fumes in their room at the Grand Bahia Principe La Romana and began to experience mysterious symptoms.
I was having the worst intestinal cramping I've ever experienced. It felt like a chainsaw going through my gut.
So back here at home, doctors in Colorado said the couple likely had pesticide poisoning. They did file a lawsuit against the resort for damages, but that case stalled in Dominican courts. They say they were just happy to make it home alive.
Winter traffic along I-70 in the foothills and mountains has gotten so bad, lots of skiers and snowboarders aren't even going up. A new survey from the I-70 Coalition says more drivers take fewer trips to the mountains because of traffic. They'd rather stay overnight to reduce traffic time. You'll find construction closures as part of the central I-70 project happening today. Clayton Street will close today just north of 46th Avenue so crews can build new bridges. They'll eventually go over the future lowered portion of I-70. The closure will last through August 19th, so we're in this one for the long haul. All spring long, we've been telling you about high mountain roads delaying their openings because of avalanches this winter, making roads impassable.
Well, crews are still trying to deal with debris left behind from those avalanches, but they say because of the avalanche risk, they're still waiting to start that cleanup. The big focus is in 10 Mile Canyon in Summit County. Heavy machinery just can't get up there right now, so it's still not safe. As for now, officials are asking skiers and snowboarders to just respect the trail closures. They are there for safety reasons.
One road that is now open is Trail Ridge Road in Rocky Mountain National Park. Rocky Mountain National Park says drivers need to be ready for icy conditions as snow melts, then refreezes on the road. If weather conditions take a turn for the worse, there could be nightly closures.
The Trail Ridge Store and Alpine Visitor Center are both expected to open this weekend. With more and more people moving to and visiting our Colorado, DIA continues to see record numbers, and that influx of passengers is also having a positive impact on airlines. Today, United Airlines celebrates 500 flights a day in Denver. Airline officials say Denver is United's most profitable hub.
Denver is growing significantly, not only as a community, but also as an airport. We have a lot of growth. Comes with construction. We have many construction projects going on throughout the Denver terminal itself, as well as building out additional gates.
United flies to 164 different nonstop destinations from DIA. Contact 7 is getting results for a woman who was scammed out of $12,000 by contractors who promised to fix her fence. Contractor Marty Herrera saw our story and said it struck a nerve with him, so he's agreed to tear down the old fence and put up a new one with no charge for labor. Marty says helping out is simply the right thing to do.
I was watching myself and said, hey, I can probably give the lady a hand with labor-wise. I mean, to help her tear down, tear out, and start setting poles back up for her.
Probably thousands of people watch the show and one person comes and says he'd like to help. I think it's a wonderful thing, you know, so thank you so much.
Like I said.
So we've reached out to Home Depot to try and get a discount on parts, but we'll keep you posted on what happens there.
Today, parents, students, and teachers in Jefferson County will speak at the Board of Education meeting to demand better support for LGBTQ students and staff. They want the district to update their anti-discrimination policy to protect students and staff. And of course, June is Pride Month, and this year, Denver 7 is a proud sponsor of Denver Pride. This year's Pride celebrates 50 years since the gay rights movement started with the Stonewall riots in New York City. Denver's Pride Parade is Sunday, June 16th, and Denver 7 will have a float in the parade.
Take a look at the latest inductee into the Denver 7 Porch Pirate Hall of Shame here behind me. This is from Denver's Barnum West neighborhood south of Sloan's Lake. The video shows a man walking up to a home and stealing the package right by the front door. Get this, UPS had just delivered it an hour before. Call police if you notice that guy. Also, Denver 7 is committed to putting an end to porch pirates. So if you have a video you want to share, file a police report first and then send that video to contact7@thedenverchannel.com.
New video this morning from Air Tracker 7 shows the setup happening for Saturday's Garth Brooks concert. This is going to be a big show if you do have tickets or if you just plan on being in that area. Be ready for lots of people. More than 80,000 people are expected to attend, which is the most tickets sold for a concert at Mile High. The sold-out show starts at 7 on Saturday. If you are headed to the concert, Denver Public Works is urging you to bike, use RTD, or ride shares to help with parking and traffic congestion.
Thanks for watching this Denver 7 Now update.
Check back here later today for another update and download the free Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.